Hi everyone, today we are going to learn another important part of English grammar, adverbs. So, what exactly is an adverb? An adverb is a word that gives us more information about a verb. An adjective, another adverb, or sometimes an entire sentence. In simple words, adverbs help us answer questions like how, when, where, how often, to what degree. Let's look at some examples. She speaks clearly. How does she speak? Clearly. He arrived yesterday. When did he arrive? Yesterday. They looked everywhere. Where did they look? Everywhere. So clearly, yesterday and everywhere are adverbs. Adverbs of manner. First, look at adverbs of manner. These tell us how an action happens. For example, slowly, quickly, carefully, quietly, loudly, beautifully, easily, politely. For example, she speaks clearly. He drives carefully. They worked quickly. Please speak slowly. A lot of adverbs of manner end in ly, but not all of them do. For example, fast, he runs fast, not he runs fastly. Adverbs of adverbs of time. Adverbs of time tell us when something happens. For example, today, yesterday, tomorrow, now, soon, already, recently, later. Examples. I'll call you tomorrow. She arrived yesterday. I am busy now. He has already finished his work. Adverbs of place. Adverbs of place tell us where something happens. For example, here, there, everywhere, somewhere, outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs. Examples. Come here. I looked everywhere. The children are playing outside. She is waiting upstairs. Adverbs of frequency. These tell us how often something happens. Some common adverbs are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, hardly ever, never. Let's look at a scale. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. For example, I always drink coffee in the morning. She usually walks to work. We often watch movies. He sometimes works late. I rarely eat fast food. She never drinks alcohol. Position of adverbs of frequency. This is very important. With most main verbs, the adverb usually comes before the main verb. I always drink coffee. She usually goes to work by bus. They often watch movies. But with the verb be, the adverb usually comes after be. I am always tired in the morning. She is usually busy. They are often late. So remember, main verb, I always work. Be verb, I am always busy. Good. Next, adverbs of degree. These tell us how much or to what degree something happens. Common examples include very, really, extremely, quite, too, enough, almost, completely. For example, she is very happy. He is extremely talented. I'm really tired. It's too expensive. The work is almost finished. Notice that these adverbs often modify an adjective or another adverb. For example, very beautiful, extremely difficult, really quickly. Now, adjective versus adverb. This is one of the most important things you need to understand. An adjective describes a noun. An adverb usually describes a verb. Compare these sentences. She is a careful driver. Careful describes the noun driver, so it's an adjective. But she drives carefully. Carefully describes the verb drives, so it's an adverb. Another example. He is a slow speaker. He speaks slowly. Slow adjective, slowly adverb. Adverbs can modify adjectives. Adverbs don't only modify verbs, they can also modify adjectives. For example, she is very confident. Very modifies the adjective confident. It is extremely difficult. Extremely modifies difficult. He is really happy. Really modifies happy. Adverbs can modify other adverbs. An adverb can also modify another adverb. For example, he runs very quickly. Quickly is an adverb. Very tells us the degree of quickly. Another example. She speaks extremely clear. Adverbs that don't end in ly. Here is an important point. Not every adverb ends in ly. For example, fast, hard, late, early, well, soon, often, never. For examples, he works hard. She drives early. He runs fast. I often travel for work. So don't assume that every adverb must end in ly. Common mistakes. He works hardly. Be careful. Hard means with lot of effort. He works hard. Hardly means almost not. I can hardly hear you. These have completely different meanings. Mistake number 2. She speaks English good. Better, she speaks English well because well describes how she speaks. But she is a good speaker. Here, good describes the noun speaker. Mistake number 3. He drives very careful. That's incorrect. We say he drives very carefully because we are describing the verb drives. Let's practice. Identify the adverbs. She speaks English fluently. Adverb fluently. I usually wake up early. Adverbs usually early. He arrived yesterday. Adverb yesterday. They are extremely happy. Extremely. She drives very carefully. Adverbs very carefully. Speaking challenge. Now I want you to describe your daily routine. Try to use different types of adverbs. For example, I usually wake up early. I quickly get up and quietly have breakfast. I often start work at 9. I work carefully and sometimes stay late. Now ask yourself, which adverbs did I use? Usually, frequency. Early, time. Quickly, manner. Quietly, manner. Often, frequency. Carefully, manner. Sometimes, frequency. This is how you should practice. Don't just memorize lists of adverbs. Use them when you speak. Quick recap. Adverbs of manner, how. Carefully, slowly, quickly. Adverbs of time, when. Today, yesterday, soon. Adverbs of place, where, here, there, outside. Adverbs of frequency. How often? Always, usually, often, never. Adverbs of degree. To what degree? Very, really, extremely, too. And remember, the important difference, she is a careful driver. She drives carefully. Adjective describes a noun. Adverb often describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. In the next lesson, we are going to learn prepositions. Words like in, on, at, to, from, for, with, and by, which are small words but extremely important for speaking English. I am going to see you in the next lesson. Take care. Bye bye.